How's it going, guys? My name is Mr. Boss with the Win, and I have some pretty exciting news here regarding the 4th DLC for Black Ops 2. So that's right, Treyarch has announced that their 4th DLC is going to be coming out on August 27th for the Xbox 360 first, and it is called Apocalypse. So this looks to be a very exciting DLC. You can click the link in the description if you want to read a little bit more about it. I'm going to go over the multiplayer maps and the zombies maps, so let us get started. Alright, so the 4 multiplayer maps: Frost, Takeoff, Pod, and Dig. Now I'm going to give you an official description of each one, so let's get started. Alright, so Pod is a failed utopian community from the 70s that has left stacks of dilapidated residential pods nestled into the abandoned cliffside of Taiwan. Its residents long gone, the modern compound now hosts forensic combat as players must run atop the pods, as well as navigate their multi-trade interiors for a strategic edge. So this looks to be a very close range map, maybe SMGs and shotguns. It seems like a very futuristic world. You're running across these pods, etc. In the middle of Taiwan, so that'll definitely be interesting to check out. The next one's called Frost. So fresh snow meets explosive gunpowder in this snow-capped European city, where the bridge over a frozen canal separates into two sides, requiring players to employ multi-level traversal strategies to outsmart and ultimately outshoot their enemies. So two things I'm worried about this map. I think it's going to be Snowy Detour. They mention a bridge. Anytime with your bridge, you're either going to be, conflicted to head-on-head combat, or you're going to have to take, underground flanking maps. And if you guys don't already know, Detour is not one of my favorite maps in this game. And when you add snow to it, you're only taking a step back. So don't know what to think of Frost, but let's get started on some really exciting other maps. So the first one I'm very excited for, Takeoff, and the reason I'm excited for this is fans of Stadium from the original Black Ops 1 First Strike DLC will find themselves at home at Takeoff. So this is essentially just a remade version of Stadium. I'm very excited about that. Stadium was one of the great, remake maps that we've seen so far, or one of the best DLC maps, I should say, so far, and I'm glad it's going to become a remake in Black Ops 2, so I'm very excited about that. And finally, yes, they have heard our calls. Dig, an adaptation of the fan favorite Courtyard from Call of Duty World at War. We are seeing a World at War map in this game, and that couldn't make me any more excited because I've been preaching for the longest time. Bring back the World at War maps. You guys did a great job of making the World at War maps. I think World at War is like one of the top Call of Duties out there today. Extremely underrated. And the maps in the game are extremely awesome. I'm a huge fan of all of them. Courtyard, if you don't know, was that like Chinese map where there was lots of foliage and there was like that little fountainish center area in the middle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google a picture of Courtyard. You'll understand it as soon as you can see a picture. So that is very exciting. I can't wait to see how that's going to play out. A lot of people are going to be pretty upset about this because they're bringing back 2 maps that they basically already done, but they didn't bring back any crappy maps. They brought back Stadium and Courtyard, some of my favorite maps from World at War and Black Ops 1. So I think this is a very good thing. I'm excited the move that Treyarch is doing, and let's talk about some zombies, I guess. So we've all seen that Origins Zombies video, and the description they give us for Origins is a new adventure which takes place in a diesel punk themed First World War and stars the original Zombies hero. So we can already tell from that we're getting, TAKEOFF, Dempsey, Richtoff, and Nikolai. We're getting all those guys back for the zombies themes, and it looks like we're going to be dealing, if you saw the Origins video, with the, this giant robot that is going to be somewhat of an issue throughout the game. So that'll be really interesting to see as well. I think this is going to be a really good DLC. This is going to be the final one. I made a video on like a 5th map pack. If there is going to be a 5th map pack, it'll come out in October, and it'll likely be just like a free map or maybe another personalization pack. They might try to push one of those out. But this looks like it's going to be the end for the Zombies trilogy, or not the Zombies trilogy, they didn't make 3 games, but the Zombies storyline featuring Richtoff and Maxis, because they have been preaching, to every beginning there is an end. So it looks like this isn't the final Zombies game that we'll see, but it looks like this is the final chapter of the Richtoff and Maxis storyline. So it'll be nice to see some closure on that end, and it'll really be cool to see how the story unfolds, because if you get lost in just the zombies, you'll miss the Easter egg and the storyline and what's been going on this entire time. So some really cool elements right there, and some really nice multiplayer maps. The only one that I'm kind of on the edge right now is Frost, because anytime you have a snow map, you're taking a step back, and you need to make it really good, like Summit, in order to be a map that I'm going to enjoy. But I think I'm really going to be a fan of Takeoff. I'm going to be a really big fan of Dig, and hopefully I'm going to be a really big fan of Pod. So anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about these maps, and let me know which ones you are most excited about playing on. Take care, guys. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.